Hello and welcome back. In today's video, we will be talking about divisional structure of an organization, its advantages and disadvantages. So what is a divisional structure? It is when an entity is divided into multiple divisions based on the similarity of its products or the services it provides. Let me give you an example. If a company or an entity has multiple categories of products that they sell, or if they provide multiple categories of services, then divisional structure is suitable for them. The example that I said, Hindustan Unilever is a classic example of a divisional structure organization because it has almost every brand that you see on grocery shops and supermarkets. You see the brands are listed here. Each and every brand is so contrast to each other. You see Axe is a deodorant, but Boost is a consumable item. And you see Brew is a tea brand, coffee brand. And Three Roses, Red Label, Taza, these are all tea brands, but they also have Comfort, which is a fabric conditioner. Then they have Close Up, then they have Clinic Plus. So they will have a lot of divisions inside the same company. They might have a division named consumables and all the food items might come. Then they will have a personal care division where they will have shampoo, conditioner, and then they will have this fabric conditioners, Comfort and Surf Excel, Wheel, all those detergent brand, Vim, all those detergent brands will be grouped together. Like this, the company will be divided into 5 to 6 divisions. Again, this is based on the companies that sell goods or products. What about services? There are a lot of chartered accountant firms where they provide a variety of services. A big chartered accountant firm, you take any big four firms like PwC, Ernst & Young, Deloitte and KPMG, every firm follows this divisional structure. They call them as a strategic business unit, which means the entire firm is divided into each and every micro SBUs or each and every division based on the services they provide. So in Big Fours, if you see, they will have a separate division for statutory audit, internal audit, IT, transfer pricing, direct tax, GST. All these are separate services. So based on the services, each and every division will be created and each will be headed by a partner. To give you more clarity, the company where I worked had the divisional structure of organization. Now this is the functional structure where we discussed in the last class. A company does not have a variety of products. The products are very of same and similar in nature. They don't have much of diversification. It is suitable for those companies to follow functional based structure. See, the organization was divided into multiple functions: sales, marketing, production, finance, HR, and the hierarchy will go down in that direction from each and every function. VP sales will be the head of sales department, then GM sales, DM sales. It will go down till the assistant. But if you see the divisional structure of an organization, it is again headed by the chairman and managing director. But the CMD divides the entire company based on the division. The company where I worked, it was similar to Hindustan Unilever. It was an FMCG company. And there were divisions like personal care. Again, in personal care, there were shampoos, conditioners, hair wash powders. And there was also another division, dairy, where we sold milkshakes and normal milk packets, curds, paneer. And then there was this business of food and snacks where they sold pickles, namkeen, chips, potato chips. Each division had a business head. Under each business head, under each division, the company again followed a structure similar to functional structure. Each division will again have a sales manager, marketing manager, finance manager, HR manager, and operations manager. There will be a separate factory for each and every function. So this is how the divisional structure works. So the company is the same, but it is divided into different divisions. Under each division, it works like a separate functional structure company. So under dairy division, there was again a GM for GM sales for dairy, GM marketing for dairy. Similarly, under food and snacks division, there was GM finance for that. So each and every business will function like a separate company inside that. Okay, so that's the example that I wanted to show. I hope this idea is clear for you by now. Let us see the advantages and disadvantages quickly. The first advantage is succession planning is easy. What is succession planning? Now, if you see, the CMD is the ultimate head, but under CMD, you see a lot of business heads. Every division will have a divisional head. Now, each business head will work almost similar to MD because a business head of personal care has to manage sales, has to manage marketing, has to manage finance. That means he has to work with all functional heads inside that division, which means it is almost like he is running a separate company himself. Therefore, he will have a wide knowledge of how each and every function is done. That means he can be a potential candidate to come to the next CMD position, chairman and managing director position. He will be a best fit to become the next top management personnel. So if a person is running a business, a division fully by his own, he will be made as the next successor. So like this, a business will have again multiple divisions, multiple divisional heads. So I will not run short of leaders in my company. So that's the first thing. Succession planning is easy. Second is easy accountability and proper basis for measurement. Now, if you see under functional structure, each function does a separate thing. They follow a specialized set of activities. So tomorrow, if the sales is down, you may not be able to blame the entire thing on VP sales alone. The moment the CMD pinpoints VP sales as to why sales is not growing, the VP sales will quietly say that we are doing our best job. I don't know, the production quality is not good. Or then the production manager will say that purchase manager did not buy raw materials on time. Or who knows, everybody they will blame the logistics manager. We have been getting the orders properly. Only the logistics is not delivering on time, or they are not delivering the product in good quality. So like that, the blame will keep shifting from one person to the other under functional structure. But in divisional structure, if you see, each division will have a separate profit and loss account. So personal care will have its own P&L, its own balance sheet. Similarly, dairy will have food and snacks. How many ever divisions are there, they will have separate profit and loss. Therefore, if a particular division is not performing well, then the managing director does not have to go rounds with 5 different people. If they say ultimately the company has made X amount of profit, every other division has generated good amount of contribution to this profit, your division, let's say dairy is not making profit, dairy division business head alone will be caught. So that person alone will have to answer. So they can pinpoint the problem easily. Overall dairy division is not functioning properly. Why is the reason? What is the reason? So easy accountability and proper basis for measurement. And then facilitates expansion. Now if you see, each division functions like a separate company. So tomorrow if the managing director comes up with a new idea, and if he wants to set up a new variety of service or product, he can simply copy paste. This same template is already there. They can simply create another role, and easily a new set of organization, new division of organization will be formed easily in a matter of maximum 1 month. So if a company wants to add a new division, it will be very easily done if they follow divisional structure, because they already have the template here. Next, let's talk about the disadvantages. Conflicts may arise with one division getting more funds allocated, trying to maximize the profits at the cost of other divisions. So this is a classic conflict only. The company will have an overall fixed budget, let's say 200, 300 crores. How they allocate that 200 crores into each and every division, then it's a question of debate only. So personal care might have bigger contribution to turnover of the whole company. So that might get like 60% or 70% of the budget, and the other divisions might get only a moderate amount of say 20%, 25%. So these guys, these divisional guys, when they are questioned like why are your sales not growing? Why is the brand not generating enough profits? Then they will start to create unnecessary issue. They will have one reason to put the blame on their underperformance, to simply say that we have not been given budget. So again, divisional clash might also happen. So that was the first point. Conflicts, room for conflict is always there. The second point is increase in costs as the number of employees will be higher than the functional structure. Now if you see, I'll give you an example. I have been to functional type of organization. I have also been to divisional type of organization. Under functional type of organization, the VP finance even if the company has 4 or 5 products, they may not be so differentiated products. They might be under a similar sector only. But even let's say the company has 4 to 5 brands, the VP Finance will do the finance for the entire range of products. Similarly, marketing department VP will be responsible for pushing advertisements, making advertisements for all types of products, even if the company has 4 to 5 brands. So the overall number of employees might be little less under a functional type of organization, because everything is divided based on function. So if you are given one function, for every product you have to take care of that function. So HR means a HR has to hire employees for all products, people responsible for all products. So operations, again, a factory will take care of the production of all brands together. So that saves cost. Functional structure, it is quite easier to establish and it is quite cheaper to run. But since I said here, the advantage I said just a while ago, the organization structure, the template is intact. So if the company wants to expand it to a new business, it can simply copy paste this template and create a new division. That's the advantage part. But what is the downside to it? If you do the copy paste, imagine the company has 5 divisions. The company will have 5 GM sales, the company will have 5 GM marketing, the company will have 5 general manager finance. Each general manager will take so much amount of salary a year. At least they will demand 35 to 40 lakhs salary a year. So that means you have to pay them. It doesn't matter how much turnover you are getting from that company. So that way, the overall cost of running the organization, the employee cost of running the organization will shoot up. So that is a big disadvantage. And finally, managers will become power centers. Now again, this is quite contradictory to the first point we discussed in the advantages section. The first point in advantages sections talked about succession planning. It is easy to find out the next successor. But the other side to that advantage, the downside to that advantage is, since every business head also functions similar to a managing director himself, like I said, a business head has to control all the different functions inside that division. So a divisional head will have idea about how a sales team will operate, how a marketing team will operate, how a general manager finance will operate. That means he will have as much experience as to how a company itself will be run. Therefore, he will get more experience and he might gain more influence inside that company. He might create an entire empire, power empire, a divisional empire under his control, and again might start to act against the organizational's interest. So what happened? He might keep asking for more and more budget from the managing director, and it might ultimately erode the company's overall margin of profit. The division inside a company, which is quite bigger than all other divisions, what they can do is they tend to dominate, they tend to prove their dominance, and they might get carried away in the process. So they may come up with a new product idea. There will already be some 4 to 5 good products running well inside that division, but they still just want to flex their power inside the organization. So they will say we are coming up with 2 to 3 new brands. Then they call for more budget. Because the division is already bigger, they might succeed in getting that budget also. Then they will get carried away by hiring some big celebrities to push the product and incur heavy advertising cost. But that product might not turn out to be a success. It might turn out to be a huge flop. Because of that, the entire organization's P&L will take a big hit. So that's the problem of divisional structure. Managers might become power centers. So that is about divisional structures, its advantages and disadvantages. I hope you learned something new today regarding business studies. Let me know in the comment section below what are your thoughts about this class, what else more type of content that you want in this channel. I will see you in the next video. Thank you and bye bye.